What's going on, everybody? Jonathan Firebox Campaign. Welcome back to the channel. This has been a long video coming. I've been wanting to do this for some time. This is my first original AR build I've ever done. It's a Mod Podge of some different parts, but 90% of it is going to be all BCM. Why did I choose BCM? Well, BCM has been around for a long time. It's respected by a bunch of military and law enforcement, has a great track record. It uses all mil-spec uppers. And the quality control from BCM is by far probably the best out there, minus some of the higher tiers. This is more of a mid-tier rifle, but it's gonna last you thousands and thousands of rounds. Whether you're law enforcement, military, just plinking at the range or having fun. I've even used this in a couple competitions, although it's a little heavy for a comp gun, but it did serve its purpose. We're gonna kind of go tip to butt here, go over everything I put on this. If you like this kind of stuff, please like, comment, subscribe, support the channel. Appreciate that. Thank you all very much, and support your veterans. Thank you, Shane, for filming this from Shooting Cruise. Check his stuff out. He's a great YouTuber, vet too, so thank you, Shane, for your service. BCM's quality control is known. They are very meticulous, in particular in the way that they put their rifles together. They use what's called a powderized process, which basically is a corrosion resistant process on all of their parts before they even assemble it. So this should be rust free, corrosion free. You can look that up. I'm not really too familiar with it, but I saw it and I thought that was kind of cool. We'll go over kind of tip to butt here again on the top. On the top, this brake, this is the VG6 brake here, and it is loud, so pardon your neighbor if you're shooting it, but it does a really good job in mitigating recoil. It uses your standard 1.5 by 28 threads, so you'll have no problem fitting this, and this, when it comes from the factory, will come with an A2 birdcage. I have switched that out. I put some chemo adapters. I've run this suppressed. I have 3 or 4 different type of muzzle brakes I've used, but I found that this one so far fits my purpose and makes this gun pretty flat and low recoil shooting. The barrels on these guys come in different sizes. This is a 16-inch barrel. They come in 16, 12, 12.5, 11.5, probably shorter. Whatever your preference is, they've got it. And again, no problems running suppressed with different types of ammunition, 62, 77 grain ball and or green tip. The barrels is going to be as accurate as you are. Out to 200 yards, I'm right around 1.5 to 2 OMA group. Maybe if I have time, I'll go over there and show you guys the grouping at 1 and 200 yards, but that might be another day. Again, it's a 1 to 7 twist, which is going to be kind of more ideal for your heavier loads. It should be fine out to 600 yards. That's what 16-inch barrels are kind of meant for. So I have plinked steel out to 400 yards during a competition with this. The barrel is made from what's called CMV, mil-spec vanadium steel alloy. Basically what that means is they take carbon or vanadium and they infuse it into the steel, so the longevity of your barrel is going to last 10,000 plus rounds. Shouldn't blow one of these barrels out, especially for the novice avid shooter who just goes to the range, you know, a couple times a month or even more than that. I don't know how many rounds I've had through this. I've had this rifle for about 5 to 6 years, so it's probably anywhere from 2,000 to 3,000 rounds, and no signs of wearing out. So we're talking about the barrel. Had to take a break. It's getting hot out here. The camera is overheating a little bit. It's hotter than a freaking Yeti in the Sahara Desert. I look like a soaked monster here. Anyways, going back to the barrel, it is chrome lined all the way into the chamber. Chrome line helps longevity and accuracy, so good on BCM for chrome lining their stuff. It's a manganese phosphate finish. Again, that aids in corrosion and resistance. Everything that BCM does is high pressure tested and magnetic particle tested. So basically they pressurize it to make sure it can withstand the proper PSIs, and then they magnetically test it to make sure there's no flaws in the metal itself. So when you're looking for a high quality barrel and or bolt carrier, you want to make sure that they are magnetically particle tested and high pressure tested. That's very important. If I didn't talk about the gas system already, I think I did, but the gas port is 0.750, so it's probably going to be good enough to run anything you want through. And again, it's a mid-length gas system on this 16-inch build. Now here's where a lot of you guys are probably going to cringe a little bit, but the lower is, as you guessed, probably an Aero Precision. Aero Precision is more or less budget, low to mid tier, but in lowers, I'm not sure that matters 100% because all it does is house your trigger. You want to make sure it's made of good metal. These are made out of 75 T6 forged aluminum, anodized in black, so it's going to hold out, and I've had no issues with this Aero Precision lower whatsoever, -1. Full mags with this, with the BCM bolt, at least with this Aero Precision lower, I can't get a full seat on a closed bolt. That's what you saw when I just tried to reload, it dropped out.
ARs, man.
I usually have to put the mags in on a open bolt if it's a full mag. Otherwise, I'll leave 29 rounds in instead of 30. So the BCM upper part here that holds the bolt carrier and everything, these are what they call an MK2 upper receiver. They're enhanced rigidity, and above the charging handle in here, there's a space. You probably can't see it on camera. We'll take this apart in a minute. A space to mitigate gas so it doesn't blow back in your face. There's a channel that runs up there to disperse gases a little bit better. So BCM's uppers, if you run suppressed, it's a good host for that because it's going to help disperse those gases away from the shooter's face. I like that a lot. Again, I've shot this suppressed and I haven't noticed much gas, especially with the Radian Raptor charging handle. This is a great way to mitigate gas to the face. Nice, robust charging handle, and I like it a lot. So we took the BCM bolt out of here. This thing has a lot of rounds through it. Again, I don't know the exact round count, but it's holding up well. The lugs look pretty good on there. It's kind of dirty. We've been shooting it today. The gas rings are still well seated in there, so I don't have much. One test you can do is put it upside down and see if the gas rings collapse. You'll know that they're bad, but these seem to be holding up just fine. The gas rings, when you purchase a bolt carrier group, should be keyed and staked. You can see in there that these things are marked, keyed and staked. And on here somewhere, I thought it said that it was magnetically tested and pressure tested, but I don't see those markings here, but they are indeed. So these bolts are robust, they're good to go, they'll last you a long time. In the buffer tube, it's just your standard buffer tube, mil spec, nothing special about it, whatever came with the spring. I think I went online and just found one for cheap. There's an H2 buffer in here. I found that kind of does the best all around for this build, for the 16-inch. Again, shooting suppressed and unsuppressed, I'm getting good ejection patterns anywhere from 2 to 3 o'clock, and it works well with the H2 buffer. The stock on here is a Magpul MOE SLS. I like this. It's very similar to the BCM stocks that they get. However, this is Magpul. I won it in a raffle, so I threw it on here. I thought it looked cool. The grip is your standard BCM grip. These things are very ergonomic. I like it a lot. Feels your hand well. It's a little slippery at times. You may want to put some tape around it, but I've had no problems with slippage here. And I have the BCM foregrip on the front. I forgot to talk about the rail system here. This is their quad rail system, and they're all marked on the top. You can see they're called the T marks, and they're all numbered. So if you're going to put lights, lasers, optics, whatever, mark down what number you put it in, put it back on. You should be back to 0 as long as your optics and lasers and night vision stuff is up to spec and good quality stuff. The light on here, it's just a Streamlight ProTac. It's nothing special. Run you about 125 bones on online, Amazon, and it comes with a pressure pad. I forget what the exact lumens is on here. I think it's around 500. I don't have much experience shooting at nighttime with this, but it does illuminate fine, and I think everyone should have a light on their rifle of some sort and a way to actuate it. Now for the moment we've all been waiting for, we're gonna go over the trigger. This again came with a BCM enhanced lower trigger, which was awesome, but I wanted something a little better, something flat face, so I put a CNC 2.5 pound single stage trigger in here. And we'll go over this real quick. There's gonna be hardly any take up on this guy. Put your finger on that, you don't see any movement, and then you just get a nice clean break. The reset is short, very short. This allows for really quick follow-up shots. Bill drills on this guy are super fast. Love that trigger. Some of you might like a 2-stage trigger, that's fine. CNC offers those as well. But guys, this is my build, the BCM Aero Precision Lower. We didn't go over the optic, but again, this will be for another day. I feel like a 16-inch barrel should have some sort of magnification on it, because with 16 inches, you're gonna probably be able to reach out further. This is the Vortex Strike Eagle 2. Not a big fan of it, but it does the job pretty well. It's a 1:8, second focal plane, excuse me. We'll go over this another day, but yeah, that's what I put on here. I've also shot red dots, EOTechs. Everything works well on here. And again, with those T markings on top of the rail, I can remember where I put my stuff and it goes back on zeroed every time. Comment on the build, guys. What do you think I should do? Do you like it? Do you have something similar? Please like, comment, subscribe, and always remember to support your veterans. Y'all have a great day. Thanks for watching.